Hey, Mark. I'm here again. Um, with this movie, how do you feel that this movie will bring both our countries together to tackle homelessness? 'Cause we both superpowers, United States and UK. So what can we do to bring both countries together to eradicate poverty and homelessness?
So with this film,
Yes.
I'll answer that in a second. With this film, for me, with this, I want people to watch this film and just connect to humans. You know, this is what it's all about. It's about humanity, equality. To walk away and do whatever you feel you want to do. That's gonna influence you to do something. So, for example, there was a woman that watched Homeless Ashes at the Cast and Crew screening. The next day, she just said, "Mark, I'm so inspired to just go out," and she bought loads of breakfast and just started handing it out to homeless people with like she was Santa Claus like on a day like the next day. It was great, and she's done a video how she's just so happy that this video. This film influenced her to do that, and that's what I want this film to do: is influence people to take action to stop homelessness, not even just in the UK and the US, but worldwide, is to not separate people by the status of who they are in their life. The moment we start separating people, saying you're middle class, you're high class, you're first class, you're rich, you're poor, you're homeless, these are all stamps. You know, homeless person, that's a stamp. Rich person, that's a stamp. And when it comes to drug addiction and things like that, the only reason why you see it so upfront with homelessness is because it's on your doorstep, and yet there's no walls to hide it. When you see the alcohol, there's no walls to hide it. There's a lot of that happening up with elites, you know, just behind closed doors. You just don't see it. So the moment is when we start treating each other with equalness and just saying hi, how are you treating people normally? And I don't know, maybe my cast might have a better answer than me. What do you think, Blue?
Well, I think two things. Homelessness. Let's remove the less. Let's make home. For everybody, and let's start at educating. I have an 11-year-old daughter, and I want her to know what homelessness is, and not look away from it. Here in Los Angeles, we see a lot of it, and they do in the UK as well. So I think there's got to be some education in the home about what it is, about the thing that I talked about. That it's really it's right there, and nobody really wants to talk about it or recognize it. And I think we do have to talk about it and spend more time with it and less time with some other big problems, and get together on that. We have a United Nations that works on a lot of issues, and I would hope that would come to the forefront with global warming. I'm more interested in homelessness right now than our climate. Unfortunately, we'll all be homeless based on that. I understand, but let's take care of what we got now and start educating about it. It's got to start. You've got to start somewhere. There's a lot of people on the street that aren't sick. They're not infirmed. They're not out of jobs. We've met a lot of people that have jobs that provide. They just can't put a roof over their head because of their circumstances. Too far to go. They can't get a house in Palmdale because they work in Los Angeles. They can't afford the rent in Los Angeles. What are we doing? What are we doing Airbnb in every apartment out that people can't, there's no property to lease or rent for any of us, anyone in here. None of us can afford anything that's in this city. And that's not good. So yeah, I think we got to deal with those things. Not like it's them, that we got to deal with them, that we have to go take care of them. They're not them, they're us. They're us, and we got to take care of us, and they are part of us. And if if we're building high-rise luxury apartments that we're selling for $1 million, man, let's make it available for people and not. The wealthy folks will find theirs. They'll be fine. You know, I know everyone needs to make money, but it'll all end up in the 1% eventually. But let's start out with it equal. That's a big opinion from Lou Temple.
It's really interesting that I can't remember when I made this shift in my whole world and my life and my spirit, but I vowed that when I see a homeless person, I look them in the eye and let them know that like you were saying, Lou, we're all one. I mean, I don't know how many people know that the group Frankie Beverly, Maze featuring Frankie Beverly, but they have a song called We Are One. That is so true. Once you wake up and understand life, you understand that part. And so the film reiterated that in me, and I knew I was on the right track to just, and this is the first time I've seen it on the big screen, so it's really beautiful. The drone shots are just a fire. They're just fire. Do you know what fire means?
I mean, it's hot.
I just learned that, so I'm just trying to see myself. But just the beauty of it is very artistic, and I really appreciated that. But yeah, getting back to that we are one. We gotta make a shift and a change and a commitment in our hearts, because like you said, it starts with us. I mean, I can change the world by me changing me to do the best thing and the right thing. You know, so it takes all of us.